All right, I did it. I bought a new camera. Now, a lot of people tend to get mad because I don't tell them which camera model I got or which lens or anything. So to put all those hard feelings aside, I'm gonna show you right now. All right, so there you go. You can buy this camera in the affiliate links below. Just kidding, I don't do any of that. But anyways, this video is not about me or my new camera. This video is about why you don't need to buy a new camera. Now, I'm a firm believer that you use the gear until it dies. And died, my camera did. In fact, I had my camera since around 2012. And over the past few months, it just stopped working. Like it wouldn't turn on anymore, which is why I bought a new camera. Now, this isn't new in a sense that it came out a few months ago or this week or anything like that. It's new as in it hasn't been used before. Actually, this camera I bought came out around 2 years ago. But if you've been watching my channel for a while, you already know my philosophy is that these days, pretty much any camera is good. Like any camera after 2012 is just flat out amazing. One of my friends here on YouTube actually made a video. He noted all the Hollywood movies that were made with old cameras like Canon 5D or 5D Mark II. I'm going to link it down below because it's actually really eye-opening. I want to ask you, why do you need a new camera? I mean, do you think buying a new camera is going to make you a better YouTuber, better photographer? What is it? Because a lot of people spend a lot of money upgrading their equipment, thinking their quality is going to skyrocket somehow magically without putting in all the work. And there's also a lot of aspiring YouTubers who actually turn gear obsession into a whole sinkhole, and they spend so much money upgrading equipment and they never make any of that money back. Financially, it just makes no sense buying a new camera every time it comes out. Like there's always a new camera just around the corner. It's always going to be better than any other camera, blows it out of the water. Canon is dead, Nikon is dead. Oh my God, Fujifilm is not in touch with any of the users, blah, blah, blah. But you know, YouTubers and people on Reddit and people in the comments section, they're like a very, very small minority. Like what they want is really not in line with what most consumers want. You know, like people just want to take a nice picture. They don't give a crap about 4K or 6K or dual card slots or any of that junk, you know? I mean, there are cameras for consumers and there's cameras for prosumers and professionals. But and this is especially true of like the techies here on YouTube. I don't want to turn this into a rant against them, but there is no best camera, all right? Now, I've said this many times before, but if you've got a camera that can change lenses and can shoot RAW, that's pretty much all you need. I mean, if you have good lighting, any camera is going to perform amazing. Now, I know there's professionals out there, and I know there's like prosumers and enthusiasts. And you know, the needs of a professional are different from the needs of most people watching this video, all right? Do you really need 20 frames a second? Chances are you don't. I mean, that's more of a professional thing, like the birders, the sports photographers, those kind of people who actually rely on this as an income, who need that shot. But do you really need that yourself? Do you need slow-mo? Because slow motion on YouTube, there's very few people who know how to use it well. Most of it sucks, to be honest. I really have no stomach for gimmicks. Kind of funny because I shoot cyberpunk photography, but for me it's a life. And then, okay, 4K. We're up to 6K and 8K now. Do you really need 6K? Because I can tell you right now, most people don't even have a computer that can handle editing HD quality footage, like let alone 4K, 6K, or 8K. Even most like friends I know who actually do photography for a living don't have a camera that can handle 8K footage. Dual card slots. Once again, if you're a professional, yeah, you need it. You know, you need to have a backup in case your camera fries for some reason. It's never happened to me, but I've heard of it. But are you going to lose anything by losing a few pictures here and there? This whole nonsense about dual card slots, like people fighting over it, it's just really, really annoying. And I really recommend that you don't listen to gear reviews here on YouTube. Like, most of them are useless. They are just nonsense. Like, I can tell you right now, there really aren't any professional photographers I know that watch gear reviews on YouTube. Like, they all have some level of disdain for them because they know they're just misleading you. Like, what are you going to be doing? Shooting pictures of walls or graphs, looking at the sharpness of them. Like, oh, this lens is sharper than this one. Let me tell you right now, when you're out there shooting your photos, like, that's really the last thing you think about. You're just worried about nailing the focus, not so much, oh man, this one is much more sharper than that one. Now again, if you're like a professional and just someone on YouTube, prosumer I dare say, this stuff doesn't really matter for you. Like, you don't need 69 megapixels. If you're like a portrait photographer, that makes money, yes, maybe you do need that. You need to like crop in and stuff like that, you know, but the average person doesn't need 69 megapixels. The average person doesn't even have the memory space to store all these files, you know, like just by reading the comments on YouTube, like, most of these people never even open Lightroom in their life, and they're watching all these YouTube gear review channels saying them you need the latest Sony because it shoots 14-bit RAW and dual card slots and 69 megapixel files, and it has IBIS and like 400,000 ISO. I mean, you really need IBIS too? I mean, have you never heard of a tripod? Now, I have heard from people that, hey, they want to do video and that's why they need the IBIS. And ask yourself, how often do you really make video? Because, you know, other professionals I know that make video, they usually use a gimbal. And if you're like a techie kind of person, you probably own a gimbal already. So you don't need IBIS, gimbal, and lens stabilization. Like, seriously. Now, I'm a night photographer. I shoot in the lowest of the lowest light. My ISO never goes over 6400. I'm usually around 1800, 3200, something like 1600, 3200, right? And there are all these cameras for like 400,000 ISO and IBIS, and I don't really know anyone else shooting in light any lower than me, all right? Okay, I'm not gonna use that as an example because, you know, I can't use myself as a baseline for these kind of things. I'm just saying, do you really need that? I mean, come on, I want you to take a serious introspection here. Why do you need a new camera? Does that camera do something that your camera can't currently do? Because the only reason I see for upgrading a camera, or the only two reasons are, one, your camera dies and you need to buy a new camera. Now, my new camera is actually like 2 years old. Yeah, it's not really new, it's also really discounted, but the second reason I see is that you have a job, but you can't perform that job with the current limitations of your camera. So you actually need to upgrade. Now, but then it becomes a financial matter. I mean, I know watching YouTube channels somehow seems like every professional is upgrading camera bodies every time there's a new camera released or switching systems. And you know what? Those aren't professionals. Those are YouTube photographers, you know, and they don't actually buy those cameras. They're just loaned those cameras by the company so that they can promote their services, and you can buy those affiliate links. Professionals don't buy a new camera every time a new camera comes out because it has some kind of feature. Because if you did, you'd be broke. You wouldn't have any money all the time, you know? You know how expensive these things are? You think you're going to be switching systems because, oh, this camera has IBIS and this camera I've had is trash now because it doesn't have IBIS. Or, come on, like, get serious. We don't buy new cameras every time a new camera comes out. We tend to buy a camera and then use it until either it breaks or you have a job that you can't do because you need a new camera with certain features. So yeah, that's something to think about. You're thinking of buying a new camera. My real recommendation to you is to just focus on lighting, learning composition, learn the out of the camera you have now, and then later, once you want to do things that you're seriously limited by your camera, then you can upgrade. It's all about the light. I mean, if you have a good light, then the oldest camera does the trick just fine, given that it does video. But really, it's all about the light. You know, as long as you got good light, then everything else is well taken care of. You know, and if you're dead set on buying a new camera, make sure you're doing it because you can make the money back. Or if you're just like a hobbyist or enthusiast, I really suggest you learn your camera you have right now really well, because then you're just throwing money into a sinkhole, and thinking buying lenses or new camera bodies is going to make you a better photographer is just nonsense. Anyways, thanks for dealing with me. And yeah, I mean, I'm really nobody, but thanks for watching my videos. See you around.